Thank you for joining us. If you were with us last night at 6 o'clock, you know Samantha was on the air with a tornado warning for parts of southern Otsego County. It appears a tornado never touched down, but the storm that did come through still did cause quite an awful lot of damage. Cleaning up a firehouse is nothing new for volunteer firefighters, but they're not used to cleaning up their station after floodwaters come barreling right through it.
I've been in the department since 1978. We've had significant floods here in Gilbertsville in 2006, 2011, but never had floodwater in the fire station.
Both the Gilbertsville Fire Station and the Morris Fire Station were underwater around 9 o'clock Saturday night.
About 8 o'clock, we started getting calls for flooded roads and basements. Around 9 o'clock is when we had flooding coming through the firehouse at that point. We were fortunate enough to get the equipment out, but we still had a lot of water, as well as about 6 to 8 inches worth of soot and mud that we've been cleaning all day, trying to get everything back in order to get back in service.
We came down, moved all the vehicles, fire apparatus, ambulance out of the station. Shortly thereafter, the culvert that carries Dunderberg Creek under State Route 51 plugged up. Floodwaters filled the firehouse and other properties down along Route 51 here in Gilbertsville. If our apparatus was still in the station, we would have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of, and not be able to provide fire and ambulance service to our district.
Both fire officials we spoke with say the rain just kept coming down Saturday night like never before for 2 hours straight.
There's a lot of flooded basements, but it's hard to do some of them because of where they're located. Until the water goes down, the water table, we can't really do much. Biggest problem we got right now in this area is there's a lot of road closures. Bridges are out, state roads, town roads, county roads. I don't know how much rain we got, but the last time we ever had anything this big in this town or village was during the Irene and Sandy situations. This is a lot worse than that time.
And with numerous road closures in that area of southern Otsego County, the fire departments are urging motorists to take their time to get where they need to go. They say the repairs to those roads that are severely damaged may take a while. Now, with more on just how much of rain those areas saw, here is meteorologist Samantha Wessing. And Sam, it came down hard.
It came down very hard, and it was over a short period of time. So that's what causes that flash flooding, is those heavy rains over that short period of time. And I want to say again, when we do issue a flash flood warning, it's not just for fun. It's because it's happening. You need to be prepared and be alert, be ready for anything can happen within that warning. But let's take a look at what's happening today. The good news, rain coming to an end. We are going to get a little quieter as we had throughout the overnight. Found this picture on social media from Brandon Coda. Right there you can see the roadway washed out due to the flooding, dirt left in its place. And these areas, saw inches of rain throughout the day yesterday. So what we're going to continue, though, to see for tonight, rain moving out of the region. Most of the rain will stick, though, in Otsego County for now, as well as Herkimer County, but we will, as I said, dry out as we head overnight. In the mid-70s for today, not too warm out there, but a little bit muggy. And as we head into tonight, patchy fog, that will replace most of the rain as we head towards your Monday morning. And as I said, a little bit of a dry up in the weather as we start the work week. I have that full look at your forecast coming up. For now, back over to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. A new indoor mask. Back, the death toll from flooding in Europe climbed above 180 today. The worst floods hit Germany, where roads, buildings, and cars were swept away. Emergency workers are still searching for bodies. NBC's Raf Sanchez reports from Western Germany.
We are at the remains of a local railway station on the banks of the River Ahr in Western Germany, and I gotta say, it is hard to believe that water caused all this damage. You can see in some places the railway tracks completely buried under mud and rubble. In other places, the ground just ripped out from underneath the railway line, and everywhere these cars looking like they were just dropped from the sky. Now, fortunately, these vehicles are empty, but a little bit further down the line earlier today, police were searching cars just like them, looking for bodies. Now, there are hundreds of people still missing here in Germany. German officials trying to figure out who was actually at home at the time of the flooding, and so they need to worry about, and who was away on vacation or with family, so of less concern. Now, Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, visited this area earlier today. She said there are barely words in the German language to describe the devastation. She also said this is a warning for countries of the world that we need to move faster to combat climate change. You can see here in Western Germany, it is sunny, it is dry, the water has receded. That is not the case in Bavaria in the south. There was heavy rain and flooding overnight. 2 people killed there. And so for Germany, this crisis is not over yet. Raf Sanchez, NBC News, Heimersheim, Germany.
Pope Francis today.
Good evening. The weather looking very different today than what we saw yesterday. Things will begin to quiet down as we head throughout your Sunday night, as well as into the day on Monday. Let's take a look with that CAB tower cam. You can see cloudy skies over here in Utica. Didn't rain too much here in Utica throughout the day today. Much of it, though, is pushing off to our east. Again, another picture we saw on our Facebook page. This one is actually from Erin. It's the flooding that you saw down in the southern portion of Otsego County, and I just saw through the National Weather Service that they actually did see around over 2.5 inches of rain from this storm, and most of it was from that one system that came right on through. The rest of the region, though, looking to still see about 1.5 inches from the rain that we saw yesterday. So, big storm, and I want to just reiterate, send us those photos because we don't know what happens in your backyard. I can't see what's happening in Morris, New York, unless you show me what's going on. Please, we'd love it. Send us those photos. And again, I'm going to reiterate with that warning. When we do issue a flash flood warning, it's serious. It means it's happening. Be prepared. As far as the flood risk as we head into Monday, very unlikely. What we're actually going to be looking at is very light scattered showers for Monday. Most areas looking to stay dry. We're in the mid-70s right now, mostly cloudy skies out there for tonight. Temperatures will, though, eventually get back into the 80s as we start the work week. We're looking at 68 in Big Moose, 75 in Rome, down to our Southern Valley, still looking to be in the upper 60s, so a little cooler down in Otsego County right now. But even though it's cooler, temperatures aren't too warm out there, we still have that muggy feeling across much of central New York. We're going to be pretty humid as we start out the beginning of the work week, and as I said, temperatures will climb back into the 80s. Rain pushing off to the east, mainly in Otsego County as well as Herkimer County. It is a little bit heavier again, though, down in Otsego County, and in those areas that saw that flooding is receiving just a little bit more rain. The good news, this will continue to push out. Didn't see too much in the way of rain, scattered showers, mainly to the eastern portion of Oneida County, but mostly cloudy skies. All of this with that low pressure system we saw yesterday, that's keeping us unsettled for today. As we head into tonight, we're keeping the risk for very light scattered showers for most of the region. Even though it showed a little heavier rain, I'm going with lighter showers as we head overnight. Dry to start on Monday, and you can see we'll have periods where you might see a quick, brief shower. This is why I'm going with mostly dry. Even though you see a shower or two, much of the region will see some sunshine. They'll get into the 80s, and we do, like I said, look to stay dry through the day on Monday. But again, if you look outside, you could have a quick shower, nothing too heavy, nothing serious for the day tomorrow. Scattered showers, patchy fog back in the forecast. We're back into the 80s tomorrow again, mostly dry, scattered showers. That's going to be pretty much the case for much of the week. We see a little bit of unsettled weather. It's going to be hit or miss, though, as we head throughout the week. We're back into the 80s, though, as I said, for the first half. Gary.
Samantha, thanks. Coming up next, joining us after last night's storms and tornado warning. It looks like our weather is calming down as we are about to begin the work week. Meteorologist Samantha Wessing joins us now with a first look at the forecast. And Samantha, a much quieter evening for you tonight than last night.
Oh my, so much quieter than last night. I mean, last night we had to deal with severe thunderstorms, tornado warning, flash flood warnings. Those things not happening tonight. Rain is starting to exit our region as we continue throughout the overnight hours. Let's take a look at that storm tracker 2 live radar. As you can see, much of that rain pushing off to our east. Now we can still have just one of those lingering quick showers passing throughout the overnight. Most areas, though, staying dry, partly cloudy as we head into the overnight. Temperatures sitting in the upper 60s. A little bit muggy outside for this evening, but still could open the windows up for that overnight sleep and make it a little more comfortable out there. down into the 60s in the morning as well. Patchy fog, though, possible when you wake up in the morning. But as you head throughout the day on Monday, actually looking to be drier than expected. Still at risk for some showers, but I'll explain everything coming up in my full forecast as for what you can expect for your Monday. For now, back to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. Before we get to our local storm damage coverage, we are going to get the very latest from Europe as the death toll from the devastating flooding there now stands at 180. Tonight, the search continues for more bodies. NBC's Megan Fitzgerald has more from Western Germany.
Tonight, as the water recedes, a clearer look at the vast devastation in Western Germany. Neighbors and strangers working together to try and clear out the debris as the trauma of the worst flooding in more than half a century starts settling in.
He was all the night calling, help, help, I can't swim.
12 people died at this assisted care facility. Neighbors heard the cries and wanted to help, but were helpless.
They wanted to help them, but they couldn't open the windows and they couldn't open the doors because it was also inside.
So they were trapped inside.
Some 3 months worth of rain falling in just 24 hours. Streams and creeks turning into raging rivers, tearing through towns, snapping concrete walkways and bridges, collapsing homes, taking out everything in its path. Jürgen Lenz was trapped on the 4th floor of this building for 2 days while waiting for the waters to recede.
Was it scary?
Scary.
Residents here salvaging what they can as German police scoured the riverbanks and train tracks searching for hundreds that could still be missing. The death toll now nearing 200. Today, German Chancellor Angela Merkel toured the devastation, promising federal aid to help rebuild.
Residents in villages and towns like this say it could take months, even years, to recover from this massive devastation. Megan Fitzgerald, NBC News, Schul, Germany.
Here at home, flooding last night hit southern Otsego County hard. Obviously not to the magnitude seen in Europe, but the damage still had plenty of people and agencies spending their Sunday cleaning up. Cleaning up a firehouse is nothing new for volunteer firefighters, but they're not used to cleaning up their station after floodwaters come barreling right through it.
I've been in the department since 1978. We've had significant floods here in Gilbertsville in 2006, 2011, but never had floodwater in the fire station.
Both the Gilbertsville Fire Station and the Morris Fire Station were underwater around 9 o'clock Saturday night.
About 8 o'clock, we started getting calls for flooded roads and basements. Around 9 o'clock is when we had flooding coming through the firehouse at that point. We were fortunate enough to get the equipment out, but we still had a lot of water, as well as about 6 to 8 inches worth of soot and mud that we've been cleaning all day, trying to get everything back in order to get back in service.
We came down, moved all the vehicles, fire apparatus, ambulance out of the station. Shortly thereafter, the culvert that carries Dunderberg Creek under State Route 51 plugged up. Floodwaters filled the firehouse and other properties down along Route 51 here in Gilbertsville. If our apparatus was still in the station, we would have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of, and not be able to provide fire and ambulance service to our district.
Both fire officials we spoke with say the rain just kept coming down Saturday night like never before for 2 hours straight.
There's a lot of flooded basements, but it's hard to do some of them because of where they're located. Until the water goes down, the water table, we can't really do much. Biggest problem we got right now in this area is there's a lot of road closures. Bridges are out, state roads, town roads, county roads. I don't know how much rain we got, but the last time we ever had anything this big in this town or village was during the Irene and Sandy situations. This is a lot worse than that time.
And with numerous road closures in that area of southern Otsego County, the fire departments are urging motorists to take their time to get where they need to go. Now, the repairs to those roads that are severely damaged may take a while. Still no word out of...
Good evening. Much quieter weather as we head into the start of the work week. Things beginning to get just nicer as we start the weather. I'm talking dry weather, sunshine returning, but a lot to talk about as we head towards Monday. Let's take a look at that CAV tower cam. Not much going on here in Utica, partly cloudy skies. We do have the chance for some patchy fog as we head into your Monday morning, but rain looking to have come to an end. Now, I do want to share some pictures we got today of the sunset this evening. Just a gorgeous way to round out what was very troublesome weather weekend, but with a beautiful sunset, this one in Remsen, this one as well. And I like this last one right here, even though you can see some of that flooding, just a beautiful sky for your Sunday night. Now, as we head into the day on Monday, though, things looking to be dry, not looking to be too bad. We're sitting at 69 degrees as we head into the overnight hours. Now, one thing I want to talk about is that dew point, a little bit muggy tonight. That humidity is going to kind of stick around for the start of the work week. So a little bit humid, temperatures getting back into the 80s, but we are talking drier weather. Storm Tracker 2, live radar and satellite. You can see the rain has pushed its way out to the east. A couple lingering showers, but not too much happening tonight. You can see as it continues to move out, all of this associated with that same system we saw yesterday, low pressure. That's what's kind of keeping it spinning over us as we continue in the overnight. Once that clears out of the way, that's when we're going to start to see that drier weather. So as we head into your Monday, Skycast is showing heavy rain in Herkimer County. I don't see that. I think most of the rain's coming to an end. So I'm going to say dry weather as we head overnight. Clouds to start your Monday, but take a look at this. As we continue throughout the day on Monday, clouds break away, peaks of sunshine, and you can see a spotty shower or two begins to pop up. You see multiple. It's not going to rain that much. It's going to be light showers. They'll linger in, they'll come out, they'll move quickly. Most of the day will be dry tomorrow. I want to stress that. The chance for a shower, but it will be quick and it will be light. Again, those showers moving out tonight. Patchy fog by the morning, lows into the low 60s. Now, as we head into tomorrow, scattered showers, as I said, but I'm going to say this one more time. Most areas staying dry. If you do have a scattered shower, it's going to pass right on through. Highs into the 80s, a little bit muggy feeling for tomorrow as well. As we take a look at that 7-day forecast, a little bit of a change. Now what I'm seeing is a lot more dry weather. I know it looks like a lot of rain. Most of those showers on Tuesday looking to arrive late at night. I'm talking 8 o'clock or later. Wednesday, most of those showers arrive in the morning. So we do have some periods of drier weather that we'll be able to enjoy as the week continues. 80s to start the week, and then we are back into the 70s to round out the end of the work week. Gary.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
That's for sure. Coming up next, we will take you to Washington.